Alright, what's up you guys? It's your boy CJ, and today I'm gonna do already up. Alright. Gonna be a tough one. Alright guys, what's up? It's your boy CJ. So today I'm gonna be doing a video on the 5 things I hate the most about my Kia Stinger. Now obviously I'm gonna preface this video by saying I love my car. There's a couple things that you don't know that you're going to dislike about your car until you actually own the car and drive it every day like I do. So here are the 5 things I hate the most about my car. Number 1, auto stop start feature. Almost every modern car has this feature, and if you're an actual car guy and your car is maybe from the 90s and you don't know what the hell this feature does, let me explain it to you a little bit. So when the car is at a complete stop, like at say a red light or a stop sign, there are sensors that detect that the car is stationary. So what it does is it basically kills the motor, turning off your car. And what this is supposed to do is help with fuel economy and also help with the pollution that your car is giving off, because it's a, combustion engine and dinosaur fuels in the air kind of make it hard to breathe. So there's that. But who gives a about fuel economy? All right, I'm a fast boy, okay? In my little Korean family car, I'm trying to go fast, you know what I mean? Fuel economy is literally the last thing on my mind, unless we're talking about right now when gas basically costs an arm and a leg. But hey, car guy things. So my car comes with this feature, and I don't know what it is about the other manufacturers that have this thing down to a T, making it feel like it's not even there. But Kia on the other hand, make sure you feel it at any time the car is shutting off or turning back on. It does give it this little jerky feeling, which is kind of annoying, but I can turn it off. So you're probably thinking, CJ, you can turn it off. It's not that big of a deal. The thing that's annoying about that, though, is that every time I turn off my car and go back to get into it again and turn it on, it basically resets back to the default position of being on. I believe other cars actually have a way of shutting it off completely and basically disabling it, but I haven't found a solution for my car. So if you have the same problem and you found a solution for your Stinger, please comment down below, because you'll probably be saving a lot of us the pain and suffering that we go through just to turn this damn thing off. Number 2, the Apple CarPlay is sketchy. So if you didn't know, Apple CarPlay has actually been around since 2014. I didn't even know that. And the first car to actually have it fully installed into the car was a Ferrari FF, which is a front engine mounted Ferrari that a lot of us kind of forget exists, but it looks sick. Like, look at this thing. It's sick, right? I mean, I want to buy that. It's sick as hell. And it has Apple CarPlay. I love Apple CarPlay. My younger brother actually has, I believe, a 2016 or 2018 Lexus IS 350. I'm not sure because it's all around that same generation. But even his car, a luxury car, and it's not like the lowest trim IS 350. It's the F Sport and everything. Even that car didn't come with Apple CarPlay. For some reason, some automakers, I guess, felt the need to make you want to use their infotainment systems. And let's be honest, if you've ever experienced Apple CarPlay compared to the infotainment that's in your car, I'm sorry, it's on it every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Like, Apple CarPlay is one of the most convenient things I love so much. It has the maps, it has your music. Even if you want to use different apps like Waze, Apple Music, Spotify, they have the configurability for all of that stuff. It's so nice. It's such a convenient thing to have, and I feel like people forget you're in the car like 99% of the time. There's only like 1% you're not in the car, and that's when you're taking pictures of it, taking video of it, or somebody's driving it for you so that you can actually see what it looks like rolling and how cool you look to other people. But this is all to say that my Apple CarPlay works 95% of the time. The other 5%, it is kind of being buggy by basically crashing and completely turning the screen black to where I can't use it. I can't even go back to my normal radio if I wanted to. It just completely crashes and I have no clue why. I'll even turn my car off and then on again, and then it still hasn't fixed the problem. So then I'm just kind of sitting there twiddling my thumbs for the next 5 minutes trying to act like a mechanic who knows what they're doing. Other times I'll be listening to music halfway through my Britney Spears playlist and it'll just crash. Like, the whole thing will just crash and basically reset itself and then try to reconnect, and then it's having issues trying to reconnect. Maybe I'm just an idiot and I need to update the software in the car, or maybe just update my phone. Number 3, OEM brakes, no bueno. So the Stinger GT, GT1, and GT2 come with 4-piston Brembo brakes up front and 2-piston in the back. Now, this is the first car Kia has come out with to come with Brembos. The Kia Stinger is a heavy car. She's a big girl, and big cars need big brakes to stop them. Now, while the brakes do a good job of stopping while driving like an NPC, if you actually drive it in a spirited way, aka you send that mother every waking moment, the brakes start to act up. If you haven't driven this car hard, then you would never notice. I noticed maybe after like 3 months that the car kind of like started feeling like the rotors were warped when I would slow down after braking very hard. And that's not a very, very confident, inspiring feeling, if I'm going to be honest. And the reason why was the pads were leaving huge amounts of brake deposits on the rotors, which basically made it feel like the rotors were warped when they actually weren't. The brake pads were made for a customer that is probably in their elderly years and owns property and can't be bothered with squeaky performance brakes. But me, I'm a 24-year-old jackass who wants to slide his Korean sedan car at any possible moment. So just be aware when you are shopping for these cars, if you like to drive, just be ready to switch out your OEM rotors and pads. Number 4, Kia paint is tragic. So a lot of people in the world really hate Kia and whatever they make. I don't know what it is, but regardless, I had my expectations low when I bought my Stinger. Reason being is I already own a Kia. It's a Kia Forte 5, a little hatchback, which I still own to this day. Surprisingly, that car still drives after fresh transmission and engine block were covered under warranty. That's besides the point. I knew that Kia makes sacrifices to keep their cars affordable and also kind of nice. So one of those areas where they had to kind of cut corners was the paint. And the Kia Stinger is no exception to this. They actually made yellow Kia Stinger GTs for I believe a year or two, and then they actually had to stop making them because the paint was literally failing. These cars kept coming back into the shops having to get repainted, resprayed. It was just a whole headache, and Kia was just like, hey, you guys like gray Kia Stingers? And everybody that owns a Stinger was like, I love gray. Is it Audi gray? And they were like, So guess what? You're gonna get Audi gray. No more yellow. So I'm kind of an outcast with the blue car. There are a lot of red ones, but I feel like the blue is a weird color too because it's blue. And I don't even really like blue. I just kind of bought the car because that's what was available. When I bought the car, I bought it secondhand. So it was already a little bit used up. And the first thing I got warrantied was the roof rails because they were supposed to be paint matched. So they were supposed to be blue. But when I got the car, they were damn near white. And look, I love a two-tone car. I love them. I love blue and white. That's dope. But for me, I really just preferred all blue. So I ended up getting that redone. And honestly, I daily drive my car. So I know a lot of guys that don't actually daily their cars. So their paint is probably a bit better than mine. I'm not sure. I never get that close to people at car meets because I'm awkward and don't know how to socialize. Number 5, lack of gauges. So this is specific to my trim of Stinger. I don't have any boost gauges in my instrument clusters. How am I supposed to tell how much air is getting pushed in my tiny little engine if I can't read it on my dash? Is basically how I sound all the time. With the GT2 and I believe the GT1, you get 3 different gauges in your instrument cluster: oil temps, boost levels, and I believe torque. The base GT has sport mode, so hey, there's that. Look, I knew what I was getting into when I bought a GT instead of a GT1 or a GT2. Honestly, what it came down to for me was having that 3.3 twin turbo V6. That's what I really wanted. All the other extra stuff is dope to have. Don't get me wrong, all like the creature comforts and all that, but I just really wanted a twin turbo V6. So with the base GT having a lack of gauges, I basically fixed it by getting the Lap 3 ProTuner Bluetooth app. I'm able to monitor things like oil temperature, boost levels, air fuel ratios, and a bunch of other stuff that you actually wouldn't be able to monitor in a regular GT1 or GT2 without the app. So I think that's really cool. It is a bit of a workaround, but I really wish I had gotten those little bit of gauges, maybe in a GT1, maybe without a sunroof. But hey, beggars can't be choosers, you know. I'm just happy I have the car in general. All right, you guys, that is going to wrap it up for the 5 things I hate the most about my Kia Stinger. Now, like I said in the beginning, I obviously love this car, and if I didn't, I would have probably already gotten rid of it. I guess one honorable mention would have to be the trunk rattle. I'm already used to it because I owned the other Kia before getting the Stinger, so honestly, I just blast my music. I don't even hear it. It doesn't really bother me. I know for other people, they're coming from like BMWs and like other cars that are a little bit more finely tuned than the Stinger, but that's why you got to have expectations when you buy stuff, and sometimes your expectations are going to be a little bit higher than what the car is actually capable of. I wanted to do this video first, obviously, just kind of get all the hate stuff out of the way first so that we can get to the good stuff. And the next video, I'm going to be going over the 5 things I love about my Kia Stinger. And I think that video is going to be very insightful for anybody that's looking for the positives of owning a Kia, especially a Kia with the twin turbo V6 that has a 100,000 mile powertrain warranty. Thanks for listening to me ramble on about a Kia. I hope you guys are having a great morning, day or night, whenever you're watching this, really. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.